Hey, welcome everybody to Mark's Basement Arcade EM and Chat Repair. I just had to turn my stinger back on so we get that cool weird fade. Today is Little Chief Day. I gotta take my phone and turn it on mute because I just got a text and I don't want to be bothered right now with text. What's new? As you can see, Little Chief is on its feet, so that's new. I'd fixed one of the leg bolts where it bolts in a cabinet. It was stripped out, so I had to put a new plate in there. Otherwise, the cabinet's all up, nothing special about it. Head's basically done. I just got to clean 3 relays in it and just buzz the bulb sockets out. Then I can put the head back on the machine. And today we're going to work on the what do you call it? The relay board and get it finished. Hey, Dippin' Donuts, what's up? I got the jugs of juice out in the garage because I got my kegerator, refrigerator out there. But I got cans down here, and now that reminds me, I need a can. I need a can of juice. Okay. Get my can of juice. Here we go. Got the juice. What I gotta do is I myself have to resubscribe to MGC because my subscription ran out. Use Prime sub. Subscribe with Prime. There should be something that will pop up on the screen. Show me. Share. And I'll do a hi. There. And there we go, the little thing down here. Yay! You can subscribe for free if you have Amazon. And there you go. That tells you how to. Every month you get a free subscription to something on Prime. So I use mine to subscribe to MGC. You don't have to. And look at that. It's going to pop up. Come on. We got correct dates. We have correct dates now, everybody. Yes. I don't know why I'm wiping this off. I got them all at a discount price at Pick and Save because they were all sticky. So I had to wash them all off anyways. Ooh, that's so good. Anyways, let me get this moved over. So you can see me and I can see you. I might scare you a little bit. There we go. And I got my cord laying across. Alright. So today we're gonna take some stuff off and clean and vacuum. I gotta rebuild that one yet. I don't know if we're gonna do that. We might. Depends how much time we have. We're gonna put a new end on the cord. Good, you just got those fuses. Those will be perfect for all your other machines. Did that machine blow another fuse, or you haven't replaced it yet? You gotta put a new end on the cord because somebody decided to pull the ground off. But we gotta look at the schematics first and see what is what on them. Alright. Here's the schematics. Lovely printed out sheet by sheet ones. Yeah, it's wrong. We need to this is wired up backwards, so I have to correct the wiring on us. I know it's kind of hard for you to see. I'll try to make it. Here's the plug right here, right? And this is yellow wire right there. And this is a black wire. The yellow goes to the fuse, which goes to the red, to the master play switch, and then goes into the transformer, which is here. This, it's wired, the hot is going directly to the transformer. We don't want that. We want the hot to go to the fuse first, and then to the switch, and then to the transformer. Because if we plug it in, there will be power. Okay, good. Yeah, I think there's something on the playfield that is loose or something, and then when like I said, when I lifted that lid up, and you've seen it, it blew the fuse. So anyways, yeah, we have to flip the wires right here to make them line up correctly. And Dr. Pop, quick question: the coil stop off my pat hand, and the stops are mushroom terrible. The linkage is a little loose as well. Yeah, yes. The coil stop. Which coil stops? Are you talking about on it? Is it the flippers or like a stepper or something? Because you have the plungers here too, and there is a coil stop on that. Okay, the flippers. Are the actual flipper rods damaged? Here's my wildfire ones. Let me show you. See, you can see mine a little bit. You can see it's got a little ridge on it. These are kind of like mashed a little bit. These I have to sand and file. I have to file this edge off and give it a little bevel, and that will take it away. Let me show you a good one. Did I throw those in here, or are they still over there? They're still over there. Alright, here are good ones. This is a flipper rebuild kit for this game. If we can focus. There we go. See, if you notice, you can see it's got a little bevel on the edge there. You need that little bevel. So if it's completely flat, you need to put a little bevel on it. You can just do it with a hand file. But like again, you can see on my other one, how there is no bevel. There you go. Come on, stay focused. The bevel gives it a little clearance. Right now my end is mushroomed a little bit. You can see how it's domed a little bit. And the ends is mushroomed. It gives that little pack of hitting the coil stop. It gives it that little give, and it allows it to re-mushroom again. That's basically what I believe it's for. It's kind of like a built-in wear thing, so you know that your flippers are getting wore. Yeah, you can kind of see it right above this finger. how it's, there you go, right there. If I hold it just like that, right above the finger, you can kind of see how it's mushroomed out a little bit. But yeah, you take it and you sand, you file along the edge here. You take this lip off like I have, and you put that little bevel on there. It gives it so when it hits that coil stop, you're not hitting flush. It gives a little wobble to it. I really don't know exactly what the bevel is needed for, but I know it's needed. All coils have that on them, and now I got dirty hands from my stern. Yeah. But yeah, it's something that you kind of need. It's designed to be on there. Like I said, I think it is so when it hits the stop, it's got a little like release of pressure, possibly. It sounds good to me. But it also, after beating it down, it gives it room to expand a little bit before your coil stop is so damaged it gets stuck in a coil. If that kind of makes a little sense to you. I don't know if it does. Alright. Here's a cord. And here's this. What I'm talking about is, let me get my phone. I can show you better with the phone. I need 3. Thought again our early Ballywums tape link, but coil stop comes with 7 out of 3s. Yeah, you can just get the, what do you call it? You can get the link. You don't need a full rebuild. You do not need a full rebuild. Okay. Picture. There you go. You can see the hot, neutral, and ground wires. See how the plug is shaped? And that would plug in like this. So that little side right there that you can see right now, that's the hot side. So this is going to plug into it like that. So that would mean this side right here would be the hot side since it plugs in like that. Right? You get it? This would plug in like, no, like that. My bad, it's upside down. So it's saying right here the smooth side on the cord and the ridge side determines how this is plugged in. And since that would plug into an outlet like that, the smooth side should be hot and this ridge side of the cord would be neutral. So I will show you the cord. See how this is smooth and that's ridged, and in the middle line is naturally ground. So you got the grooved right here and then the smooth right here. So the smooth is hot according to my picture because that's how that would plug in. So we need to make sure the smooth over here, I know you can't see it, the smooth over here is on the yellow. I couldn't remember if it is or not. And it is, so it is wired correct. I looked at it wrong before. It is wired totally correct. Because I had the cord upside down. That's why you got to check things several times. I don't like that either. Those we will solder. I will take those wire nuts. I will take these wire nuts off and we will solder them on and then put heat shrink tube over. But as you can see, this cord has been repaired at one time and it's kind of hard in here. So I don't know if it's been soldered or what. But we are going to cut it off right here, throw this much of the cord away, and then start fresh right here. So let me get my cutter. I don't hear it no more. Ready? Oh no, you cut it! I did. Okay, we got that like that. Go get my strippers, my cutter. How tight can we get down on here? If I can do all this in front of you. Where's the cord? Here we go. So we're gonna cut these free. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm just gonna cut this off here too. Garbage. I found all my garbage cans. I had them hid because I cleaned the basement for my daughter's graduation party, and I hid everything. So I need a screwdriver now. Look, we got a ground now. So we'll take the screw out. See, a lot of times too, I'll put another cord on a machine, but if it doesn't have a ground, or if the cord is just kind of old and rickety to me. But this cord is in good shape to me, so I don't feel it needs replacing. And it's one thing too, these are also color coded. You can see that one's gold, that one's silver. One is ground, one is hot. Hey Mark, what's up? Paisan, my man. How you doing? Haven't talked to you in a long time. Hope you're going to MGC next year. It's going to be a killer time. It's going to be a total killer time. We have the dates now at the bottom of the screen. The correct dates, not the November 21 dates. We have the correct dates. And we're just going to strip these. I hope I'm staying in frame. Alright. We'll take these and twist them. And then again, we will refer to my picture of what's hot and what's not. Of course, I'm out of frame. Sorry. Alright. And always remember to put that, slide this over the cord first. I've done that before. Alright, and then my picture. As you can see, the cord's going to go in like that. This has to plug into it like that. So that means the gold side, that's on here, is the hot side. And that's the neutral. And if you look at outlets too, they're actually labeled like that too. So this will plug in just like that, since we got the ground on the bottom. And this side has to be hot, and that will be the neutral. So chrome is neutral, gold is hot. Early April. Yeah, he changed it up to get different people at the show this year. That's what I was told last year. Because he would like to have a different group of people able to come to the show. And without them being there, it's kind of hard to do that. I want to move my camera up a little bit. Oh, there's my gut. Yeah, some games don't want to be grounded. Alright, what did I say which was hot? The smooth was hot, which goes over here. I might need more wire. Maybe not. Oh, wrong side. Yeah, some games don't want to be grounded. Don't know why. But a lot of those old games never had a ground. So technically, do they need a ground? Okay, there we go. We got that in there. I know Tanner makes a ground kit for the EMs, which is fine and dandy. I don't know if you necessarily need one. Some people are paranoid about that stuff. So it's good that he designed one. But me, yeah, if there's no grounds provided on the game, I usually don't do anything. But yeah, if you want to ground your machine, he makes a nice ground kit. There we go, that's in there like that. This one will go like that. So what you been up to, Paisan? I've been up to just pinball. I got so many games, and with summer I need to do my summer stuff, so games are kinda on the back burner a little bit. Kinda. I'm still working on them. This is my Sunday project. I got Dave's Solar Fire. I gotta finish since he's got me to play field. I have Miss Dippin' Donuts. I got several of her games to work on. I have one right here. What else? I have a Funhouse coming in. I got a lot of stuff. I don't like that. I need to get my little screwdriver so I can mush it around. I like wrapping these wires around and they're tight. Oh, did you see my new game? My new Gottlieb? Speaking of your Incredible Hulk, did you see my new Gottlieb that I got? My first solid state Gottlieb. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if I need to do ground mods on mine. It's 11B, I guess. That's what my machine is. But yeah, oh yeah, I can't show you. I got a Victory. Gottlieb Victory. Great game. Love it. Absolutely love it. That is a keeper. I bought that off of TurboGrafx 7. Ryan. He wasn't playing it much, and he felt it needed a newer home. So I offered to make it in my home. So now I spent all my Hot Wheels money. So now I'm slowly saving up Hot Wheels money again. Come on, let's get that ground in there. Come on. And then what is it? Did I got my birthday party coming up? So I got band practice with that. So I guess my summer is a busy one. I don't know what the difference is. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. I have no idea. Maybe corrections to mistakes that they made with the other systems? I don't know. And I don't know what, here goes that screw. Yeah, I don't know, Dave, honestly. I couldn't tell you what's the difference. Alright, that's good like that. I'll take the cord. Yeah, I wish I knew. I should find that out, because that's a good question, actually. What's the difference? Alright. Yeah, well, go in there. Get that in there. And then we will test it too. Come on. Yeah, these things fight me so bad before getting that screw in. There we go. Oh, did you get one of those like flip boards or whatever? This one's got all original boards in it. I have to fix the driver board. It's got a stuck-on light and then one that doesn't light. So I bought parts to fix the driver board. Alright, cord's fixed. So now let's get this junk out of the way. And we will test it. It's got sticky stuff on it. I have to get that off. The Wumpf, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I have videos of the Gottlieb up on my YouTube. Now these shouldn't be touching. Good. There, I'm just testing them. So I'm touching the two ends. If I touch this one, it should beep because I'm touching it. If I go to here, I have nothing. Here I have nothing. So we'll go from here to here. And then we'll go from here to here, nothing. From here, I should be able to go to the transformer. I'm on a transformer now. And this one is the neutral, and that should be on a transformer right there. And then this one here should be on a fuse box. And that's right. So now we have a good cord on it that I will just have to remove this sticky from where I just took the stickers off right here with my finger. Okay. So this is done. These, you don't need to see me solder them, do you? Probably not. Let's clean up all these, and then we will unscrew them all, take them up, and what do you call it? Vacuum. So we will take the buzzer. Let me put this schematic away though. He had it all nice and wrapped. So I want to wrap it back up nice like it was. Oh, and doesn't the WUMF have what do you call it? Skill shot too? And then ball save, if I remember correctly. I think they have that. Ball save and skill shot. Yeah, I'd love to have one of those boards. That'd be great. Okay, I'm going to go through with my buzzer, and we're just going to buzz all the contacts clean, if this thing works. It's been acting goofy lately. And there, all the contacts are clean. I love that thing Dave got me versus the old method I was using, the sandpaper. Now I'm just checking all these to make sure that they're working correctly. See what I'll show you. Yeah, can I get tighter? Yeah, from what I remember, they got a skill shot, and they have a ball save. I can't remember, it's like 10 seconds or something like that. Right now I'm checking the leafs on this one. You can see when I push it, this leaf right here, let's go. Let's do this. And of course that's probably, and no we don't, I gotta move junk. I got junk in the way. No junk in the trunk, but I got junk. I got my tool table. I'm trying to get a camera as close as I possibly can to show you a switch on my mobile cam. There. We are on mobile cam. Alright, when I move this in, I know you can't see it that good. So I'm going to move it so you can see it as good as I can give you. What I'm talking about, switch wipe. Watch this switch, this leaf right here, when I move it over. See how it came in just a little bit? Now when I let go of my finger, see how it moved out just a little bit? That's giving switch wipe. What it does, it's self-cleaning itself. Well, it's giving a switch wipe. It's self-cleaning itself every time you do that. Well, you don't have to change the rules. You don't have to use skill shot, but you can use ball save. That's really not changing the rules. That's just adding ball save. You know, you got like 10 seconds and you get your ball back. But yeah, that's still kind of changing the rules. So yeah, every time this switch activates, you should get a opposite reaction from the other switch. So when I move this switch will move in just a little bit, and then this one will push out. See how you got that? So now we're getting a perfect switch wipe on there, and that will keep your contacts going good. So let's do this. We're going to detune the guitar. Okay. Now you can see as this leaf comes in contact with that switch, it's contacting it, but it's not getting a switch wipe. See how all the other ones are moving? This switch now, these leaves are going to be prone to failing quick, because they're going to arc and get a carbon buildup because they're not cleaning themselves. So eventually, whatever this is connected to is going to fail, which is the reset relay. Something's not going to reset on the game because we're not getting a switch wipe. It's contacting, yes, but it's never going to clean itself because we're never getting that wipe out of the leaf. And always adjust it back here. A lot of these can be bent over the years from people adjusting them wrong. And then that's why sometimes you'll see me up here adjusting it or right here adjusting it. But always adjust it the furthest away at closest to the mounting point of the switch. And these are all perfect here. Just like the rest of them. Get that out of the way. I know that's like a perfect thing for you. There. So yeah, these are all adjusted correctly. And from what I see, every single one just about is adjusted correctly. This one I'd like to tweak a little bit. Same with this one. Oh, and definitely this one. That one needs a little at the end. It's got a bow in it. It's been adjusted in the middle at one time. This is right here. This is the lock relay. This is the relay that always is working constantly on your EM game. This is the one you usually get a buzz and you can see it's been replaced. A friend of mine troubleshoots issues in new equation and they crop up. I prefer to inspect all switchbacks when I troubleshoot as part of a game. Me, I'd rather go through the whole game. Because, let's say this is screwed up, and I clean it, your game works, right? Well, when was the last time this was cleaned? When was the last time this was cleaned? When was the last time your score reels were cleaned and rebuilt? All that issues leads in a chain on your game, and you end up having more and more issues later on. So if you're doing what I'm doing, and let's just go through this whole game. It will sit for another 20 years and work. You know, why would you want to have a tech come to your house like 6, 7 different times to rebuild this stepper, and then rebuild this stepper, adjust these leaves, go through the score motor, rebuild that? Why? Just have it all gone through, you know what I mean? But yeah, inspect them all. If they're doing this, they're opening and closing correctly, they're probably working. I would put money on it that they are working functionally perfect. I would say that. I would say that they're perfectly working perfect. So now, we're going to have fun. My favorite part. We're going to vacuum this part of the board. Since I cleaned it already, don't have to worry about it any dirt getting on it. But yeah, this is one thing I like doing. Nothing worse than buying a shopped game that is filthy. I've seen it. You shop a game out, and this is just all filthy as hell. Take the time, clean it. Clean it, clean it, clean it. And no, I don't think it's a waste of time to go through a machine. This like it was a working game. This was a working game, but it did need a couple little tweaks to it. And then I will go through these Jones plugs. I'm going to adjust them too. A lot of people say clean them. I'll show you why I don't clean them. You're only technically touching 2 small parts of the Jones plug. The male part of the Jones plug, I say clean. The female part, don't worry about it. Okay, the giant screws go to the wiring harness. Alright, we got that. Yeah, that exactly. You saved yourself time. And that's the whole thing about it. You saved yourself time by going through it real quick and doing it. I personally have bought games and I've never even turned them on. And I just went, oh, I'm going to get coughing off to this. And I just have went through them. You know, didn't know what was wrong with them. But you know what? Yuck, I hate this part. By me doing that, I guaranteed I fixed any issues that were there before the game was shut off and I bought it. I guarantee any issues that the game had were I fixed. So what I'm doing a pre-dust. This is just a nice little paintbrush. I'm going through it. I'm dusting all the wires to these mechs off. So when I do go and clean it, it's clean. I need what do you call it? A little needle nose pliers. Here we go. I'm gonna show you what I do to these Jones plugs. You can't probably see it. So we're gonna use the other camera again. Come on. Let me get to it. Mobile cam. Do I have a mobile cam link? No. Or do I? I might. Alright, Jones plugs. Why I don't clean the female ends is because if you see right here, this little side here and this little side is really all that touches the Jones plug. And if you take your needle nose pliers on these Williams games and you squeeze them in like that, those are what makes contact with the pins when they push in. So if you go through like this and you tighten all these up, you should have a perfect working game. Notice there's no wire on there. There's no reason for me to tighten that one up. So these I will just tighten up because these will scrape the Jones plugs as they go in and make their contact as needed. So that's what you really need to do. You can do it with your hands too. It's just, why when I got a tool, you know what I mean? So, you know, people polish the whole Jones plug. Well, if you look down in here, you got a contact point here and here, and that's it. You really hardly have anything there. So people take these Jones plugs and they polish completely all the way around them. I have one over here. If I can get this one out. This one's really tight because I adjusted it several times. People will take it and polish every side of this Jones plug, which is not really needed. What really is needed is this side right here and then this side, and that's it. That's where you're getting your contact. But technically, if you smash these together, this, when you plug it in, is probably going to work. Hey, that's like the right one too. It's probably going to work, but I still clean these. I'll clean this whole side, and in between. I do not clean the middle right here. I do not clean the middle because, as you can see here, the middle is that like fiberboard. Nothing touches it. There's no reason to ever clean it. But yeah, just squeeze these in like that. Make them tight. So when your Jones plug goes in, it spreads them out, and that's where you get your bite. You can even look here. See right there? You can see the Jones plug doesn't even touch it. It's only touching right here and here, where these two are squeezed together. So people, yeah, they'll waste all their time polishing the plugs. But yeah, it's just you really need to clean those two sides, and that's it. I tried to fabricate a male Jones plug, didn't turn out well. Yeah, you can make Jones plugs out of anything. Just two like the bullet connectors, you can make a whole thing of them and just plug them all in together. Like, let's say this plug broke right here. You just take this wire and then this wire and put them in like that bullet plug that, you know, plugs in where you got the thing, and then it goes in a hole like that. You could just do it and patch it that way. And you could put like a marking on it, like A. So, you know, you have 4 that are broken. One is labeled A, one's labeled B, one's labeled C, one's labeled D. Or use dots on it. Put 2 dots on the male end, 2 dots on the female end. Put a line on the next one on the male end and a line on the female end. And then put an X on it and then another X on it. So you can't mix them up. But yeah, you can do that. All right, let's get this camera out of the way. Go back to that. I like having this mobile camera up and working again. All right, screws over here, tool over here, tool over here. These should all be free. Look at that. Yeah, I actually have a box of old plugs that I have for that purpose too. And where is there? My vacuum cleaner is right underneath my feet, people. Jeez. I'm right here. My vacuum's right there. Can you believe that? All right, I want to readjust this camera. Oh, look at that little picture, Dave. Here's the victory. Oh, yeah. There's the victory. All right. Where's my hose kit? Here we go. Get it out of the bag. Oh, and it's got an end on it used too. This is a hose used. It's for like computers. I have a kit with a whole bunch of different attachments on it. Here's the typical attachment I use most of the time. This just plugs into the end of your vacuum cleaner. Then this you put on. This has an adjustment on the end right here. As you can see, it moves. It decreases or increases the suction. I really don't use it. I should just tape up the holes like I'm gonna right now. I don't know why I've never done that, but yeah, I always put it on full blast. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm just going to tape up these holes to keep it on full blast all the time. Those are like for if you're working on like delicate keyboards and stuff like that. But I want the full power all the time. So we're just going like that. So yeah, I have I bought a bunch of Jones plugs off somebody that was scrapping machines, and I was like, "What are you doing with all the wiring too?" And they're like, "Oh, that's just garbage." I'm like, "Give me a bunch of wire too." So I have whole like bunch of harnesses full of wire that I can use to patch old games up. And I do that once in a while. Like let's say this wire right here, if this wire was bad, I would put a new wire in its place, but I would take a chunk of this old wire and zip tie it to it. So if anybody was working on it in the future, they would see that this is clearly a brand new wire, but it's got a remnants of the old original wire zip tied to it. So you can see, okay, this is what the original wire looked like that he fixed. There's only had to do that on a couple of machines. Or if it's like an obvious repair where this part of the wire is broke, I don't really do it because the rest of the original wire is still here. So I'll just fix this little part and you should be able to figure it out. And if you can't, oh well, you know what I mean? So this, we can all, let's just flip all these over. Geez, they're dirty. There we go. Look at that. That is filthy. Loud noise, people. Switch the hose to my little one. That way I can get into a little more nooks and crannies. And that's it for that. Get that out of my way. Put it back where I didn't know where it was. Alright, now these can flip all over. And what's good also about doing what I just did, if there's any wires, I'm going to break them that are loose. And I hope to do that. Because by me throwing these all around and moving them, if there was any wires that were loose, they will break and I can fix them. So I like doing that actually. Because that lets me know there was going to be a potential problem and I caught any issues before they popped up. So here's a big wire screw. It's going to go right there. I might leave that one off because I have to get over on that side anyways. So we might have to go back to that mobile cam. So when we do the score motor. But yeah, that's how I clean the boards. And how I expect a shopped game that was shopped to look like. It's all about pride. When you shop a game out, do you clean it out or you just clean what needs to be cleaned to make the game work and then give it to a customer? I just looked at somebody's game that they had bought that was shopped and it was just totally disgustingly filthy inside. They went through the machine and fixed everything, went through and adjusted everything, but the game was just filthy inside. I'm like, wow. I want to touch everything, clean everything I can. Especially an EM game, you see this when you pop the hood on it. And it just looks so much better when this board is clean. It just looks prettier. Get a little pride. I like when people get their games back and they're like, wow, look at that. It's so clean. I never remember it looking like that ever. I love that part. Should I leave that off? Because that just makes that much easier to clean. I think I will. But anybody else doing anything interesting today? It's my son's birthday today, so we had dinner last night. And he got his presents today. I think these were 2 screws. No, yeah, just 2. But I've been working on pinball all weekend. I have my birthday party coming up. So I have to get my games ready. I have to get some of these games that I have here going and out. I got my, my Wildfire that I just bought. I've been working on that too. Getting that ready. Because that was a dead basket case. I got one friend rebuilding the doing all the playfield work for me. Polishing it and touching it up and everything. And there we go, that's the last one. All other ones are big soon. It's your son's birthday. Really? Holy crap. So here's the crazy thing. Today is my kid's birthday. It's your kid's birthday. My buddy Ryan just had a baby today. I think his sister or sister-in-law birthday is today. One of my friends at work is his birthday today. I think there's one other person. But yeah, that is like way too many people I know that have birthdays today, which is crazy. Way too crazy. All right, what time is it? We're at 3 o'clock. So let's get this out of here and slide this over so we can maybe work on some of these, what do you call it? Switches. Your son's name is Matt. Is that correct? I say Matt like that because I don't remember. I think it's Matt. Alright, we can see that. Alright. Score, motor, switches, the dreaded... Okay, I was right then. The dreaded score motor switches. Ugh, score motor. Yes, it's scary for most people. There we go. Score motor switches. There are 2 ways you can clean them. You can get your 600 grit sandpaper going in there sideways, and you can do every switch. You can do that. Or you can do what I do. Is I'm going to take a picture of this. No, I don't need to well, let's take a picture of the top. Hold on. Why am I taking a picture of the top? If you look, this switch stack is forward, and then all the other ones are back. If I'm screwing around and I don't finish this and I go do something else, my phone tells the truth. It tells me where all the switches are and where they're located. So again, I'm just going in here with the brush. Yes, I'm doing a little aggressive. The reason why any of these wires break, I want them to break. I want them to break. Because they were eventually going to break anyways. Alright, a little screwdriver. A little screwdriver with better handle. And these were all tight. Somebody's gone through this machine at one time. Because these were tight. A lot of time, if this game probably was never gone through, these would not be tight. Alright. Leave them like that. Yeah, a little dirty. So what we're going to do is we're going to buzz them. Hold it together. I like going through the switch stack wires a little bit more than average. Here's a blob of solder. There was a blob of solder on there. I like to go through these a little bit more than average because this is one thing that runs with the game all the time. They're always doing something. So I like to go through that a little bit more. Oh, and how is your Grand Prix? I hate saying that. How is your Grand Prix? Instead of, how is my old Grand Prix? Are you enjoying the 5-ball setting? Or are you enjoying the 3-ball setting? Or are you wishing it was on 5-ball setting? I have a feeling you're like, yeah, 3-ball was the way to go. So I had that on 5-ball and it got boring. It got so damn boring on 5-ball. I guess it all depends on your pinball skill too. You're not really good on 3-ball. Well, I originally had it on 5-ball, and the better I got at pinball, the more boring 5-ball got to me. Because it just was... It was too much. Yeah, see, exactly. That's why I left it at 3. So you'd be like, yeah, that's enough. 3 is enough. It's true. On that game, because it cranks up on scores, and I felt that 3 is the perfect number. So I'm going to get my toothbrush on that. Get my cousin Marvin's toothbrush. But yeah, I felt that 3 is good on that game. Alright, naphtha. I need naphtha. Here we go. 3 is enough on that game. I totally agree with you. That's why I left it on 3. But I did tell Lauren how to change it if you wanted to. But yeah, I love that game. You never know, one might pop back up in my lap again. Just like that one. That one, I got by chance. The guy actually that, passed up on it, regretted it. And I talked to him. He wanted it back. I forgot he wanted it back. he was kind of mad that I sold it. But I don't know, I rather have sold it to somebody I actually personally know than somebody I didn't. I only knew him because my friend I had told him that I had just bought this Grand Prix. He's like, yeah, there's this guy at work that I work with, and he was looking for a Grand Prix and passed one up. And I'm like, funny. I said, that's how I got this game, is because somebody was in line ahead of me and passed it up. And it was him. He went there, he told the guy he wanted to buy it, and the guy agreed to sell to him. So he went there with his wife, and his wife was like, oh no, you're not buying that broken piece of junk. And she's like, I can fix it. And she's like, no, you're not buying that thing. So he passed on it. And the guy who I bought it off from told me the story. He goes, yeah, the guy came in here with his wife and she wouldn't let him buy it. So that's why I got back to you. And yeah, as soon as he told me, I said, can I come right now? And he's like, yeah. So I went right in instantly and bought it. Yeah, Pinball, you don't pass up deals. These are just gunky. Never had them that icky before. So super icky. But yeah, this has been gone through because these are pretty clean. I might as well clean this one right here while I'm at it. Get the next one. I'm cleaning the cam gears right now. That's what I'm doing. I should put a little naphtha on here. I should get another toothbrush. See who needs a toothbrush in the house and take their old one. Use one for alcohol and one for naphtha. But yeah, then I talked to him a couple times and showed him pictures of the progress on it, and then working. He's like, yeah, man, when you want to sell it, let me know. I'll buy it off you. I'm like, all right. And then I had totally forgot because it was so long. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't sell it to him. He had his chance. He passed up on it. These things are just dirty. Mark, why do you clean it like that? Well, because I can. There. Because I can. That's why. Now we're going to put this back down. Find the screw hole. There it goes. Now we have to get this stack straight when we tighten it back down too. That's the other trick. Getting all these leaves to be straight and line up correctly. That was right on the edge. There we go. Am I blocking you? No. Good. I feel like my head's blocking you. Oh, what the hell? I'm not in a screw hole. Thought I was. Or am I? No. So we'll loosen that up. Am I now? Alright. Am I now? Oh, what the hell? Alright, loosen that one up. Is that it? Oh, what the hell? Why can't I find a back wall? Alright. Let's stick it right in the hole this time, and we'll start it. It's in a hole. Alright, why aren't you starting? Oh, because duh. Remember I said that the switch stack was in the wrong spot? And that's why, because that hole was never, what do you call it? Threaded. See? That's why we take pictures. Nobody yelled at me and said, you're putting it in the wrong spot, Mark. So yeah, I'm trying to put that back screw into the hole that has never ever been threaded. And it's not working. So I'm like, what the hell? And then I look, and sure enough, it's never been threaded, so that's why the screw don't want to go in. Now these will get tightened up. And then I will go from the side and see how each switch engages. And you're all getting good movement. So there's no adjustment on this one, which is good. So then we will move to the next one. We'll do one more, and then we'll do skip to something else. So I know it can get boring doing the same thing, adjusting switches. Boring, yawn. That's why I don't like doing a whole bunch of stuff live. Even when I do rebuild these switch stacks, normally I don't do the whole thing live. Here we go. So yeah, this is what rides on a cam gear. And what you can see, it pushes them all up at the same time. And the gear has got teeth on it right here. You can, right underneath my finger, I'll move my finger, and there will be a gear. I know you can't see it. Flashlight. Get you out of the way. You can't really see the gear, but trust me, there's a nub right here. Oh, you can see this one right here. You can see that. That rubs. It's got like a slope on it, and then a quick drop off. So it rolls up the hill, and then it falls off the cliff. Rolls up the hill, falls off the cliff. So it comes and closes, quick open. Comes and closes, quick open. And that's how these switches work. My buzzer. There. I didn't have enough pressure on them, and I didn't like how they looked when they were clean. This is Windex. I don't want Windex for this. I want naphtha. I wanted to clean these off too. The fronts. I forgot to do it on that other one. That was a metal one, so it don't matter too much. There. There. 8 is enough to fill your life with love. Because that 3 is enough comment reminded me of the TV show 8 is enough. Come on. There we go. I might as well clean the cams on this one right away. I'm here. Oh, there's just 3. All right. Coolness. All right. Now this one, we got that clean. Let's clean the back of that off. It's dirty. Clean. Now these all go in the back, Mark. Miss Dippin' Donuts, I was thinking you probably need like a skee ball or a bowling game in your basement now. Electronic bowling, not EM bowling, electronic bowling. You know, the puck bowler? One of those. Did you ever think of one of those? You probably haven't. Most people don't think of them. But the puck bowler, where it's got the little puck, you know, it's like about that big, and you 27th. It's my birthday month. 27th. That was the day that you got the invite. Yeah, it happened to actually land on the weekend. So, but yeah, I want an electric puck machine. I want one myself. But it's room in my basement. You've been in my basement. You know how tight my basement is. I would love a bowling game with the puck, where you scoot it across the floor. You know, you got the puck and you go like that. You throw it and then the pins pop up. One of those. That's what I would love. Now I'm going on the side. I'm watching how these switches articulate. So I can still adjust them with my leaf tool. I can get in there a little bit and, you know, tweak them. But since this machine was working, I kind of felt that these probably didn't need any adjustment. And so far, these are working good. So what I'm going to do now is wipe off the top of these two. Yeah, they're fun. I would love a EM one, but You think working on the pinball machines is hard. Those are even worse. Another reason why I have been given them games and I haven't taken them, just to do to the mass size they are, and bringing one in my basement to work on it, no thank you. See? There we go. Yeah, it really didn't do anything. Made him kind of like a weird color. Alright. The old standby. They got a polish to them. It's just that the way the light is, yeah, if there's no light on it, they look dirty. But they do have a polish to them. There. I put a blue line right here and right here. That way I know I touched them. Alright. Score motor done. Ooh, steam shovel game. Oh, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Oh, wrong way. Do we got time? No, we don't have really time. We rebuilt this one. As you know. I think we are done with this. What am I hitting? Hitting something. We rebuilt this one already. This one is almost exactly the same. What fell? My toothbrush. Is it almost exactly the same? It is exactly the same, except it's got a switch here and then more switches here. Otherwise, it's a full reset. Resets. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So this is the ball count unit. My friend Dave bought a candy crane. He's got that in his game room, and it's on free play. So he just buys bags of candy and stuff like that, and he puts them in the candy crane. And then when we go over by his house to stream pinball, we drink beer and soda and hit the candy crane all day, and you know, have a good time. But he made a good point. He goes, now whatever candy I got left over, I can just dump out the machine and give it away at Halloween every year. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Because the candy, his basement is cool, so the candy does stay fresh. It will stay fresh for a long period of time. I haven't had any nasty candy out of it. But yeah, that would make sense too. But I think he was really joking about that. But it's free candy. I've eaten candy that's over a year old. The kids had Halloween candy that I had stashed away and unwrapped it and ate it, and it was good. So I had a stash that I think my kids are now too old to go trick-or-treating. That's another thing too. When you have trick-or-treaters, which you guys probably don't have a lot of due to your location, I always buy candy I like. That way I don't have to throw it out or give the last kid 5 pounds of candy. But that's another thing too. So I think we're going to call this done. I think we will. We could probably maybe clean the fuses on here. 2 cameras. We could probably do that. I think we'll do that. We'll clean the fuses. still don't know what was sticking on that thing. This ball is useless here. Totally useless. Well, maybe not for Daryl's house. He has tournaments there, and some of these people are crazy, so maybe he wants that ball in there. So I'm going to leave it. I want to get at these fuses. I need another hunk of wood here. Here we go. Pinball leg. My friend gave me 3 pinball legs, and each one's been repaired by welding a nut on the bottom. I have 3 of one kind and 1 of another kind. And we're gonna have to move that camera. Candy crane. Oh, I love Dave's candy crane. Such an excellent choice of a machine. The candy crane. Because the candy crane makes you feel extra sugar high. I got my Harbor Freight spectacles. I put this on my head. Like this. And then I can look through and actually see the value of the fuse. So we would need a screwdriver to get this one out. This is a 10 amp. And I need some Scotch-Brite to clean it off. Do-do-do. So let's do this while I'm cleaning this. Mark's Basement Arcade, that's me. If you don't know me, that's my website, well, YouTube page. I rebuild lots of EMs and solid state machines. And I haven't done a DMD. I do a lot of how-to videos on each mechanism. 10 amp, okay, that's correct. Like I'll do a detailed rebuilding of a stepper. What you see here on tvMGC is not what I do a lot. The reason why, because this is live, I can't move the camera exactly where I want it to be and all my equipment. So my YouTube channel is more of a detailed everything. And what is this? I don't see any more. Oh. 30. Oh, I don't know if that's a 30. I'm guessing no. I am guessing no. So yeah, if you would like to subscribe to Mark's Basement Arcade, I would really appreciate it. I will have to look and see what that is, because this piece of paper right here is ripped, so I can't see what it is. So this is one thing I do on the machines, is I clean a fuse block, and then I verify. This is an 8 amp. This is an 8 amp fuse in a 15 amp spot. So that's no good. You're asking for a failure there. Let's see what this is. So yeah, Mark's Basement Arcade. And let's talk about, and if you would like to buy some swag, there's a link for the swag. And there's tvMGC, what we're streaming on. The Midwest Gaming Classic that's what it is. It's the biggest gaming event of its kind in the world. And it goes March 31st to April 2nd, 2023, next year. If you are into anything gaming, anything, let me just concentrate on the size. It's a 6 amp. And that one's right. It is all about gaming, pinball gaming, arcade gaming, anything coin-op gaming. What do you call it? Let's switch cameras. Coin-op gaming, video gaming, computer gaming, console gaming, role-play gaming, card gaming, board gaming, hockey puck gaming, air hockey, air hockey, pool, foosball. If you're into anything that has to do with gaming, it doesn't have to be electric. It can be just read a book and throw a card down or move a checker around. If you're into anything gaming, you will love the Midwest Gaming Classic. So be there March 31st through April 2nd, 2023 at the Midwest, Wisconsin, it was the Midwest Center, Wisconsin Center in downtown Milwaukee. I will have to look at the schematic now, because I don't think that was a 30 amp fuse. I just don't believe it was. 15. Okay, I got two 15s and a 10 amp fuse and a 15 amp fuse. So I got three 15 amp fuses and a 10 amp fuse. That's what I'm supposed to have. I got them right here. I'll show you on the picture. Here's a 10 amp fuse. You can't see too good. And then right here, 15 amp fuse and a 15 amp fuse. And then the next one is right here, 15 amp fuse right there. That tells me right off the fuse box, because it's everything that comes right off the transformer. The main lines that come off the transformer right here. You get these two lines that come off the transformer. Right here, that's the line that comes before the transformer goes to the fuse block. And then this one right here, this comes out of the transformer. So that's where I get my fuse values from. So, yes, they all need to be corrected. So, two of those fuses are garbage. Well, they're not garbage. I'll put them with my other fuses. I'll save them, but for that exchange, I'll put the correct fuses in there. But we're going to clean these holders right now. That's clean. Pen. There. They're about 15 amp on there. So I will put the correct fuses I have in there right now. No. And we know that one's wrong. 10 amp, which should be here. What I cleaned was the area where it clicks in. Can we see the screen? Just right in here, just this edge. That's what I clean on both sides. Six. So I got one good fuse. I need 3 15 amp fuses. So I will take these fuses. I'll put those there. I'll grab my bag of fuses. These I could have used a 15 amp fuse. Or was it a 15 amp fuse? The other day. 15 amp. I need 3 of these. I gotta put some on my, what do you call it? Maybe I should just take that whole thing with me. These are all 15 amp fuses. Let's verify. They're so nice. 15. So now this machine's got correct fuses in it. Oh, I don't like that one. We will squeeze those together a little bit. Get out of my way. Get into my car. That's what's nice about these fuse block holders. You can just squeeze them together like that. Bottom one is a 10 amp. Hey, Wind Raider, what's up? I remember meeting you a few years ago at Five Guys Burgers. This is called Williams Little Chief. I met you with a guy named Dave Paisan at Five Guys Burgers in Brookfield, Wisconsin on the 4th of July weekend, I believe it. 2018, I think it was. I met you. I still remember that. And then you told me you were on Twitch too. So I subscribed to you. And you are subscribed here, which is awesome. So this is a Williams Little Chief. It's a 4-player EM game. But yeah, 10 amp, 15, 15, 15. He had an 8 amp, a 30 amp, and whatever the hell that other one was. But yeah, we got them all corrected now. So we got 15, 15, 15, and 10, which is correct. Was that one tight? Yeah. These are all in there tight. So yeah, the fuse block is all cleaned up. But yeah, next week I guess we're gonna work on a playfield if I am live next week. Oh geez, do you remember meeting me? Or are you like, oh geez, now I remember meeting you? Or you're like, oh geez, that guy, I remember him. But yeah, I remember meeting you because your name. No, and you're not. Yeah, Wind Raider. Am I correct, or are you Joe? You might know. White Fang. You're Joe. Never mind. You're Joe. I know you know. You're the Star Pool Joe. Yes, you are Joe. I remember now. I was thinking White Fang. White Fang is who I met at Five Guys Burger in Brookfield, Wisconsin. You're Joe. You're the guy who I got the star pull off and star action or triple action. One out of two. But, yeah. Did I send you a invite to my party? If not, you did get one? Okay. Joe C, right? Yes. Now you have to reply to yes. Yeah. How did I get you mixed with White Fang? White Fang is the other person. He's the one I met at Five Guys Burgers at MGC game nights. You I met a long time ago with the Rick and Morty and Star Action and Starpool. But anyways, yeah, this is Daryl's game. You know Daryl. This is Daryl's game. Daryl's little chief. So, yep, I got Daryl's game. I traded Daryl's. He had that little cocktail. Roy Rogers, the entertainer. I traded that for a shop job on his game. So yeah, and you know Joe. Okay, why is that? Oh, allow it. I don't know. It held your comment because you have the word fingers and my. So they thought that was a sexually explicit comment and it held it. So I approved it. Isn't that crazy? Because fingers and my. That's why, because you had fingers and my together. It thought it was a sexually explicit comment, which is stupid crazy. So yeah, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 9 games up I'll have. I'm hoping 9 games I'll have working. I'm picking up a customer's funhouse, so that will be here. I don't have to tear that down for a while yet, but I'm picking up because he's going on like a month vacation. So I got a funhouse. Let me put this down. Funhouse, Flight 2000, Victory, which is right here, Space Shuttle, my Beatles, Cyclone, Gulfstream. I'm hoping to get Solar Fire done, and then my Wildfire done. This many. 9. I don't know about this one. I could have another one if I dug it out, but I don't feel like digging it out. I might put Captain Card up because I know that works, but it does work. It's a little iffy. You can play it, but I've never touched the game. You can play it. I don't think everything works properly on it, but it's playable. And I might try putting Hit the Deck together too. That I'm going to have to ask the guy I bought it from if that worked or not. And then live music by the Beer Nuts, if we can get our crap together. But anyways, I still can't believe I got you mixed up with White Fang. White Fang, Wind Raider, W words. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let me turn this camera off because we're not going to use it at all anymore today. So yeah, I got a Williams Solar Fire. I got my Gulfstream. My Gulfstream works, but it was kind of being a dick last time I had it on, so that's why it's knocked down. My Captain Card, I bought that. Like I said, it works kinda ish. I don't know about Hot Hand. Wildfire, I'm really trying to, yeah, White Fang's pretty cool. Wildfire, I am in the process. I just got the MPU fixed. I haven't seen if it booted yet. The MPU had a battery that leaked on it and corroded the board, and I had to sand all that off, clean everything off, and then seal it, and then put a battery on it. So I need to get the cabinet and the head down here and see if it will boot up. And then I got to dig out a spare lamp driver board, because all the one whole column of junk is all green and fuzzy from that battery leaking. So, and then my friend Dave is doing the playfield for me, because I don't have time to do the playfield. I will just verify everything is working on it and then be done with it. I know I got to rebuild the flippers for sure, and there's a problem with the slingshots, and I'll just go through and rebuild the last little couple things. I'll leave the drop targets alone, because I don't think I'm going to have extra drop target money to buy everything I want to do with it. What's been broken on Little Chief? Nothing really. It had an issue where Daryl, you could play one player, and then if you put another credit on, it would go right to 4 players. So you couldn't play a 2-player game, you had to play 4 players. So I haven't found why it does that yet. I'm thinking it's just a jumper setting on the board, where you put in a quarter, and then you put in, so it's got a sticker here that says 1 coin equals 1 play, play 2 coins equals 3 plays. So I'm thinking that jumper is what is doing it. So he was coining it up. I'm not going to be manually coining it up on a coin door. I'm bypassing that, and I went right to the head, and soldered jumpers on a switch on a coin unit in the head to trick the game into thinking there's coins in it all the time, so you don't have to flip the credit on it. So if not, I'm going to have to figure out what's with these jumpers. But it is in the off position. But I'm thinking the other jumper, it is over here, because this is important. When in on position, 10 cents adjust should be in number 2 position, wherever that is. 10 cents adjust is in the 2 position. I'm guessing that should be in the off position. And 25 adjust should be in the 6th position, which it is. So I'm probably going to take the 25 cent adjust and put it into the 1 position, and the 10 cent adjust go into the no position, and then see if that does it. I took pictures of this so I know exactly where everything is. So I'm thinking somebody just went in there and went, with a jumper. And that's why when you put 1 coin in, you get 1 player, and then the second coin, boom, it goes to 4 players. Because, 1 coin, 1 play, 2 coins equals 3 plays, so that would make sense. You had 4 plays. But yeah, it was working. Some things were a little dirty. Score reels were, the mechs were a little bit dirty. Couple missing screws, which is normal. Those things vibrate so bad. They hit hard so bad. They were missing a couple screws. Nothing really out of adjustment. No broken wires. Player unit was a little sticky, but it was functional. It just didn't have the snap I like to it, so now that's got the snap. The bonus unit is missing pieces on this. So I told him I can't do nothing about that. Well, actually, it's the match unit. It's got free games anyway, so I'm like, you don't really need that. I'm not going to try to find pieces. It's that weird little unit that's, you know, like this big. And it's got the two things on the side that spin. And it's got the ratchet mechanism in the middle. And then the sides turn like that. And they just keep going around in a circle. That's missing the guts out of the middle. And those are the hardest parts to find. So on this game, luckily, it is just match. So when you get 10 points for your last score, it lights up 10 across the top, and you get a free credit. So since that is missing, I don't think I'm not putting any bulbs in the match lights. But otherwise, yeah, I think we're done. So yeah, my wildfire, I got that Monday. It's missing an apron. It's missing the lockdown bar. And it's got broken plastics. So I got brand new plastics for it. My lockdown bar should be here Monday. And the apron I traded. Which is crazy. I paid more for the lockdown bar than I did for the machine. Yeah, for a Stern lockdown bar, I paid more for that than the machine. So, we'll see. But yeah, I'm hoping it will work again, and I'll have that set up in the driveway. So when people come over to my house, there'll be a pinball machine in the driveway for them to play. So I'm not going to have any room out here, so I might put 2 games outside. Because Daryl's Little Chief, I'm going to have to stick back over there out of the way. Turn it and push it into the corner. Alright, I think we're done. We got stuff accomplished for today. I will go through the rest of the stuff here by myself. Pound it out. And then next week we'll be starting on the playfield. I'll get the head back on it. And then we'll start on the playfield. So, anybody got any questions? Here's my Gottlieb victory. As you can see, with everything I own, it becomes a table at some time or another. But this is a fun game. But anyways, so yeah, I'll be back next Sunday at 2. And I'll have more pinball ideas for you. And you'll probably have things that you want to talk about. And I will too. So this is getting uploaded to YouTube also. So right here on the bottom, you will have some cool links that will be popping up later on. If you're watching this on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. Give me a subscribe on YouTube. Check out Midwest Gaming Classic. There's the link right there. Actually, it's right here, next to my finger. There's a link, and if you're on YouTube, well, if you're watching on Twitch, it will be right here. Yeah, smash that like button on Twitch, or do this, which is even better. There's a link right there. Well, right there. There's a link right there that shows you how to use your Amazon Prime account to get a free subscription to a channel. Everything, bits or whatever you do goes right to Midwest Gaming Classic and helps them with their bills and helps the Midwest Gaming Classic. I am here as a volunteer. I just do volunteer work for MGC. I do not get paid for it or anything like that. This is how I keep gaming alive. Hey, Sky Flavor, thanks for the follow. You just yelled at me. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So, yeah, this is volunteer work for me. I do this just to keep gaming alive, we need stuff like this for our youth. Otherwise, they're going to get glued to their TV sets and your little 3DOs. Well, not 3DOs, 3DSs or their Fortnites or whatever. This is something you use your body to play, which is cool. I also do this to help people learn how to repair their games so they can look like when they get one or whatever, they're like, oh, this thing, the stepper motor is just stuck. I can fix that. Mark's Basement Arcade. Right here, the link right there. He showed me how to do it. I just looked up one of his games and I seen Williams and oh, there's a stepper exactly like I have. I can rebuild my game. I can get my game working. So yeah, I do this for. I want to keep the games alive for you guys. I want you to keep your game alive. I don't want it to turn like this here and look like it's a parts machine that I'm gutting out. No, this is a game we're keeping alive for generations and generations and generations. So, anyways, with that, like I said, right down here will be some cool stuff if you're watching it on YouTube, which will be later on tonight. And I appreciate you all. And any last questions? Otherwise, I'm slowly getting over there to hitting the end button. I'm getting closer. Any questions? I gotta look too. Where are we? We're 3 inches from the end button. 2 inches. I'm touching it. Alright, everybody. Thumbs up and later.